and welcome back to Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai with the Scramble for the Far East mod. In previous episodes we have captured most of Korea, besides a little bit of trickery where the Outer Assault told me I had a 90% chance of victory. That was not the case, although, I mean, roll the die and obviously you can, I mean, there was a 10% chance or 5, whatever, that they could win, so I guess they were lucky that time. No matter, that will be corrected by Hindenburg as he's moving down to deal with that. But what we're gonna do for today is we're gonna do these two battles right here, and since they're combined siege and land battles, that's the way I'm thinking of doing it anyways, because trying to work around to get a field battle probably isn't going to work that well, and it's going to take too much maneuvering and too much time. So I'm thinking I'm going to attack like I've done here, and then we play out the siege and the battle, although I'll be light on the siege part, as it's quite a tedious process working down these castles. So that's what going to be for this episode. We'll see how fast that goes, and then for the next one, the one after that, I'm hoping that most of these armies have made it down through here, and then we can face them in an open field battle. And once that's done, we'll invade, take this, and then it's on to the Russians. So hopefully there's not too many videos left until we're done with this, and we'll start doing a new campaign. Now, I have been approached by two mod creators for Shogun mods, so I will do kind of shorter videos, similar like custom battles and stuff like that for those. But after that, we'll be heading on to a new campaign in whatever mod you guys choose. With that said, let's get this episode started by having Zimmerman deliver a telegram. Let's see how well the Koreans protect their castles. As you might have been able to tell, I'm currently using Fall of the Samurai music to kind of, you know, we've been listening so much to Empire and Napoleon music that I thought I'd spice it up a little bit by having Fall of the Samurai music. As you can see right now, this is the reinforcement army. It's across the river from us, but currently I only have these 4 marine units. I'm bringing over the Hanoverian army that's coming in reinforcements. And I've also got these 2 units that I'm gonna bring in, or try to get closer anyways. I split the main army in 3 brigades, so 1 main one to cover the castle, 1 to cover the river here, and 1 to cover the river here, and as it turned out, this was the right choice to cover. We should try and get this army, which is the Oldenburg army. We should try and get that across here. There's no good crossing on... I can't even walk onto this bit. I'll have to cross here. Or really, I think the best solution is actually to get to the high ground here, and then set up from there and see if we can't get down at the enemy. Currently, they are trying to make their way in through the 2 gates of the castle. One over here and one over there. So I've got that going for me, that they do not have an easy access into the castle, which I can exploit. We're gonna go ahead and switch it around. Also, what I should say here is I should have set which units that would have come to my aid rather than just do the army as it's as I've set it up, because that means that I won't get the artillery until the very end. And you might have seen, or maybe not, here we go, I ordered all the cavalry that I got in to retreat, and so they're being stupid in the corner, as cavalry sometimes is. Right, we're gonna try and burn as much of this. Okay, we're holding on along the river. The enemy is not really trying to attack us. Instead, it looks like they're gonna try and sneak their army into the castle instead. Now we're bringing up, as I said, the Hanoverian army. So we'll be able to attack them here, hopefully. And at the same time, as we can see, I'm starting to burn up the wall here to make sure that I can more easily suppress the guys on the wall. I wonder if they are attempting to attack the forces over here, or what they're trying to do. I'm also a little bit curious why these guys aren't shooting. They should be shooting. I want you to advance closer so you can actually shoot at them. Okay, now they're shooting. Right. Well, I've got a general. I'm going to put him here. And then we've got 4 Hanoverian units. It's going to rush forward to over here. And then we've got the rest of the Hanoverians coming up behind. With the 2 guard units. I'm going to place them over here. Right, these guys are firing now. Looks like now they're moving to attack us. Across a wide front, they're charging across the open field towards us. I did save some of my cavalry. They should be moving over here as fast as possible. I don't need these troops fixed that way as much anymore.
Your men have killed their general, sir.
Nice. I'm gonna need to have these guys come up pretty soon. Quickly. Alright, I'm gonna order these to fall back and allow the Hanoverians to take over the defense of that area. And we're doing double line here. We do have 1 archer unit making its way around the castle instead. I'm gonna keep an eye on him. Meanwhile, I'm gonna start burning this gate. Okay, so the Hanoverians have taken over the defense. I'm gonna go ahead and inspire, and I'm gonna inspire the middle unit. Make sure that he holds. All the Korean troops there are breaking apart under our fire. They tried to sneak through into the castle, but somewhere along the line the commander decided, you know what, I'm better off trying to force my way through, and clearly that has not worked. I'm gonna move these troops forward here. There's so many troops trying to retreat right now that the game's lagging a bit. Right, these troops extend,
You have triumphed over the enemy.
and then I want the guards up front dealing with the enemy. I thought maybe it'd be more of a fight, but clearly it wasn't. I'm not sure if they had a proper general, but he's gone now. And what remains is for me to now take the castle. Even with 3 armies, that is going to take some work. Just because of like how difficult it is. Usually though, what I try to do is I try to work my way into this area right here. And what I can do is I can later on take the walls here, fire on the enemy inside here, and then same fire on the 1 unit that's stationed over here. But you need to suppress the inner castle and then also make sure that you kill off a lot of troops here. We also have to make our way into the castle. Gonna see about firing on that. We do have the Oldenburg army approaching from the north, so I will be able to use them. And Looks good. Very few of those troops will actually make it out, which is good. Then I don't have to deal with that army again. We actually have quite a sizable unit making its way away over here. Have my general go ahead and take those guys out. I think my cannons don't want to fire because it's troops in front. And because the angle of the shot isn't really gonna work. Oh, we fired up the side here and we forced the troops away. Great. I want to break the wall here, though. Right, so these guys, nice, they're shooting. Now I want to bring up the Hanoverian, and we're going to start suppressing this wall. And then these 4 Marines, it's going to be brought up, and we're going to start trying to suppress these guys, kill off them. Oh shit. I completely forgot about these bowmen over here. Which the general is now left to deal with on his own. Although, I think he can do it, as long as the enemy doesn't shoot at him, because then he'll obviously won't have a chance if they start to open fire, please. Because I think that he can probably kill them. Set up here, shoot at them, and then once you have shot down plenty of them, we can go ahead and charge and break them. I should have inspired him before the charge, rather the other way around as I'm doing it now. We are doing really well. The enemy isn't returning fire, but then again, the Hanoverians have not reached so they can actually fire upon them. There we go. Let's take a look at what's going on here. The general has been able to shoot down 50 of them. Charge! And now the rest of his army turns up. And I'm just gonna order them in as well. So he lost 3 men out of his bodyguard, and he is now killed. Oh, I was a little bit worried there, but they break just in time. He has been able to kill over 100 of the enemy troops. Wonderful. With that, let's see, Oldenburg army, have them set up. Have the guards on the front there. Right, so we're now starting to level shots onto the defenders. Not as much as I thought. We're gonna have to bring the Hanoverians even closer. Did I break? I haven't brought down this gate yet. Or the gatehouse, I should say. Which I want to break down. But there, that is, because right now, as we can see, the chance of me winning is like 95%. It's just gonna take some time if I want to do it without losing like tons of men. So I guess I'll leave you guys with this, and I'll see you again once the battle is done. I thought I was as careful as I always were. Apparently, though, one of the Hanoverian units managed to die. I am not even sure how they managed to do that. But they did. Also, my cavalry, which I ordered to retreat, suffered heavy casualties. Which I don't really realize how they managed to do that. But they were almost destroyed as well, which is odd. Anyways, we only lost 1,200 compared to the enemy's 12,000, and we took the castle in the end. So I guess it's worth it. It's just going to be a pain in the ass to recruit a new Hanoverian unit all the way from over here, and then ship him across and have him rejoin the army. Oh, bugger. Quite a few of them managed to survive here. Oh, quite a few. 2 rockets and a mounted bow. That is not maybe what I would have called a lot. But there we go. The first one of these is done. Now I need to do the second one. The thing is, though, like, I can, if I, yeah, now I remember, because if I attack him, he's gonna run away. It's better than to actually attack and lay siege to the castle and fight it that way. I'm wondering what kind of, if this castle is the same as the one that was over there, which is likely, because it kind of, I feel like Izzy might have done, for sake of ease, could have been easier. Although this is the capital, this could definitely be a different type of castle. What I'm thinking about is where I should put the reinforcement armies so I could possibly cover so these guys don't actually get into the castle. Anyways, with this battle at hand, I'm gonna take the time to restructure what troops I actually want to come in as reinforcements. So we want the grenadiers, and then we want just infantry to come in. Well, cannons first, then grenadiers, that's infantry. And for this one, we want similar, like we want the guns to come in first, and then I want the guards to come in, and then the Brunswick infantry. So now it's looking a lot better. Apparently they've got a better chance here, but that could be because they've got a rocket inside, ready to rocketeer me. However, I'm gonna bring in 6 batteries to absolutely batter that fort into nothing. With that said, let's go ahead and attack. For this battle, we actually have a perfect setup if we look at where the reinforcement armies are coming in. So they're gonna come in right exactly where I want them, so we will be completely surrounding the enemy castle. All these are gates, so we've got 2 gates on this side we will cover by this army. This army can cover this gate, and this army is already covering these 2. Given the position of my reinforcement army, the enemy army should be coming down through here. So here is where I'll stop them. With that in mind, let's go ahead and start this battle. And we'll start by taking down a few towers. I'm sure we're gonna have to do some return fire on the rockets once they start to figure out where they want to fire. There's plenty of troops inside the castle. Let's go ahead and see if I can see the reinforcements turning up over here, where they should. I've actually had battles where the enemy reinforcement came at the same exact location as my own troops, and that was a little bit strange. Right, we've got these 2 guns ready to be brought to bear. I'm gonna bring them up to here, which I think is a good angle to fire from, and then the guns from this army. Oh, look at that! We've got enemy Royal Lancers coming out to attack us. That wasn't from the reinforcement army. The reinforcement army was all infantry. Oh, they're behind me! They're behind me. Lucky I spotted them there. Otherwise, that could have been nasty. We got this brigade, which is going to spring into action first against them. And then we're going to get the second to come up as reinforcement. And I'm going to have the Hussars. Let's have the Hussars move to either side to make an envelopment movement around them. There's a lot of woods here, so that will cover a lot of the shots. At the same time as this going on, I'm gonna order my 2 guard units forward, and we're gonna fire upon the walls. Let's see what happened here. Did my Hussars win? Yes, but they took heavy casualties. No surprise, it's light cavalry against the enemy. So let's go ahead and just order these guys around a little bit. So I want the other, sending out more cavalry. I want the Brunswickens up here, and then I want the 2 artillery pieces. We want to avoid going into all the houses. They have a tendency to get stuck on those. Let's see, they're not advancing here as of yet. They're actually hiding now. You are ready to set and fire there. I want you to bring down another tower. You need to deploy your guns. And what do we have here? We've got the regular troops. So we'll order them into line. And then I only got a single grenadier. And then we've got 3 units of dragoons. Dragoons actually have really good range, so I'm gonna set them to be able to fire on the wall as well. Let's go ahead and see. Alright, the cavalry made it out and is now attacking one of the Brunswicken units. I'm ordering this one to halt and stand ground, and that should hopefully mean that it starts to fire, as well as the one here in the back. And we broke the cavalry. We broke it really quickly as well, which is good. Without many losses. Right. Brunswickens all up to the waterfront, ready to shoot at anyone turning up there. All the cannons have made it. No one's stuck anywhere. Right. Then you need to make through here, and then we're gonna line up. We're gonna start bombarding from this angle. Brought down another tower. Let's see. Little bit of odd position for this battery. Could have been because my as my cavalry rode through. Right, everything's kind of set up. Let's go ahead and deal with these bastards then. They seem to be marching against us, but I want to be marching against them. To be able to fully use my army, I don't think we're gonna need everyone, so I'm gonna bring 2 onto either side. Then I forgot to put one into the... I forgot to bring one through the center. We're gonna have 2 units as reserves. I want to... you know what? I can move through. Let's see if we can't move through and just take a position along this entire road here. Cavalry set up there, so we have the road, and then these 2, as I set as reserves, gonna push through here. Actually, all 3 is gonna push through, take that ground, and then these 2 gonna take the ground over there, and the hussars gonna make it towards this area. Alright, looks like we've got them cornered now. Let's just take a look here, what's going on. Order these into position.
Their tower is down, sir.
These are firing. I don't know if fired anything. Right, so this battle is slowly commencing. The enemy is not really coming out of the forest as hard as I thought they would. So right now I'm having... oh, now they're coming out. Now they're coming out. Now they've been spotted. Trying to cross the open road, but unlucky for them. They should have moved faster and harder right from the beginning. Right, let's have the cavalry come in. Gonna have those swing in on the sides as my troops are able to pour down fire from all sides as these guys advance right in to where I want them to come. Right, let's have the cavalry move up through on either side. And the army is quickly here falling apart. You can go ahead and take a look. They didn't even get close to the line here. Getting shot to pieces. However, I don't think my hussars might be able to make the kind of attack that they need to break these. But it looks like they actually are. Well, as soon as these guys come in from the other side and we're able to attack them from both sides, that is when the killing starts happening. However, as you might have seen that one of my hussars actually fell down there, and stray bullets from the troops firing over here shooting my hussars. So I'm going to order them out, even though they had quite the time. Actually, we're going to order them along here when they're going to be able to take up positions at the edge and kill everything that turns up over there. Right. I'm gonna continue to burn down all the towers to make sure that we can easily access. I'm surprised they haven't fired rocket at us, given the given that we've got plenty of troops in range of it. And then we'll slowly start to burn down this town and kill all the troops inside of it. We're gonna have to cause a little bit more mayhem all over the place to make sure we've got easy access to this. Set fire to everything. And there are really no enemies left here. There's one group left, actually. I'll order these guys back. There's no point in wasting bullets when the sword will work just as well. Probably quite a lot of friendly fires here, because even as I move them as far away as possible through the woods, I'm sure they suffered quite a bit of stray shots that went into their backs. But there we got that under control. We're setting fire to this. We're setting fire to this, the gates and everything. I was hoping I'd set fire to the walls there. We have a hidden unit sitting over there. I don't know what he's doing. I'm gonna order these lines forward. Dragoons forward. Some spectacular fire. I'm gonna fire here just because I want the shots to go through and hit the unit behind. Let's see. Most of the units on the wall are falling back, which is great. But I want even more of them to fall back. Concentration of troops right around here. Lots of cavalry riding around. Cavalry isn't going to do them any good as long as it's within the castle. Although if I try to move in, then it's going to be good. But obviously, I'm not going to try and move in because that would kind of be suicide.
Your victory is close, sir.
But yet again, we end up in a situation where I have to, you know, methodically work down the castle. So I will leave you with an overview like that. So we got one army over there, one army over here, one army over here, completely surrounding the Korean capital castle. And I mean, I have like 16,000 men. They don't stand a chance, do they?
Sir. Take advantage of it.
And another victory. We deployed 17,000 men, almost 18,000 to be fact, compared to 10,000 of the enemy, which they were almost all slaughtered. Only 149, so I learned something from the last one, because no one's left alive. Although it was 2 rackety old ladders that they post rockets at, and a cavalry unit that got away last time around. But this time around no one, but more importantly, no unit died. And I only lost 800, 900 men. Highest killers goes to Hessian Hussars. So the units that were able to run down troops down in the corner. So it's a Hessian army all around. One Brunswick unit did some damage there. But there we have it. The Korean capital has fallen. All I need to do now is kind of run over some of these remnant armies. Then we'll kind of need to reorganize these forces, move in a strong maneuver, move over here and kind of cover so no one gets through. And then we can see, what I want is everyone in one fight, right? That would be the best. I'm not sure I will be able to do that, but hopefully we can get something close to that. And then obviously in between episodes I'll be working over this area, so we'll have that under our control as well. I'm not sure how far along in the episode we've gone, but we might... I think we might as well end here. We've had 2 battles. That's plenty enough. All I will do in between episodes here is go ahead and chase these down. Like organize this area and prepare the defense for the next one. And hopefully we'll get all of these. And also, once again they play Matasuria, which is the victory music you get after the end of a battle, right? So even the playlist wants me to end it right here. So I guess, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.
죽기 딱 좋은 날씨군.